so here you have it. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite sketch plugins, and I'm going to be talking about a copy to clipboard, craft. Obviously, it's one of the best plugins out there. Icon font, magic mirror, rename it, prism, runner, measure, and other plugins. So let's start with Merry Christmas from Japan. Merry Christmas, Mofeng Chang. Really, really nice to see you here. Okay, so let's just start with the first one. The first one is so simple. It's just like it. This is something that I wish just Sketch had it by default, and it's copy to clipboard. Sorry, it's copy from clipboard. That should have been. It's, I think that's what it's called. So what this does is just puts your clipboard as an image fill. So for example, I'm going to open here. For example, rest in peace, George Michael. He just passed away. And I'm going to put his image in my design. So for example, I search for George Michael. I'm going to go to images and I just like select any of these images. Let's select this one. This one is pretty cool. Just going to copy this image and I'm going to go to back to Sketch plugin, and on any shape, I can just go to my plugins, Clipboard Fill, and Clipboard Fill. There you go, and now we have it. What about another? This one is a little bit more fabulous guy. Shapes, for example, these two. I'm going to do Clipboard Fill, and here. This is actually a shape. This is not text. This will not work with text. So, so just to let you know, here it's actually, if I double click on it, you will see that these are shapes. And for example, let's do another one. This one is amazing. This guy, rest in peace, George Michael. You were great. Let me put more images from you. Clipboard Fill. There you go. So yeah, it's just you will find it as a Clipboard Fill on your plugins when you install it. I put links to all of these plugins on the description, so make sure to just like, if you like any of these, just click on the link. Okay, let's move on. This one, copy to Clipboard Fill was a little bit simple. This one is way more complex. This is my craft manager, and then I can turn on and off my my plugins. Right now I have all of them turned on, and you can update it and everything here, and even it's available for Photoshop. So if you use Photoshop, this will be great. And once you have it installed on your on Sketch, then you have this nifty toolbar right here, and you also have it here, and you can toggle the panel on and off. And once you have it on, then you can start accessing it. So for example, here, I'm going to use this guy. This is the shape, and I'm going to use the data plugin. So the data plugin has type and photos, the custom. So type and photos, and then you can also access web. I'm not going to demo this. And then you can also JSON files. If you use JSON files, this will be great. But let's just use the custom one. And for the custom one, you can have type in photos. So let's just start with photos. So you can create your own folder where you dump a lot of images from your product, or I don't know, random images. The thing is that this does is it takes from this folder and creates just adds it as a clipboard fill to your shape. So okay, let's go ahead and do it. Here it also has a link for Unsplash. Unsplash is a great royalty-free gallery of images from different photographers around the world. Okay, let's just demo it. Pablo, come on, start. Stop talking. Okay, so I have Unsplash. I'm going to select beach. I'm going to select beach, place photo. It just says that it's randomly adds, let me scroll down here so you can see it. It randomly adds an image from the Unsplash gallery so I can use it. And I can, you know, if I didn't like that one, I can press again, beach, and then it's downloading it, and now I have a different photo. And this is great for when you're creating a mock-up. So, like probably you started with your wireframes, or you started with your low fidelity designs, and then you're moving on to something that is a little bit higher fidelity, or probably you have a presentation or something, and sometimes you just want to demo how your product is going to look with actual images. So this is a great content. So for if any one of you actually knows. I think it's like from latest posts, I don't know, from the news, I don't know. And then for example, here subtitles, I'm going to use another headline, and I'm going to do advertising too, and boom. Just as that, instead of copying pasting from a website, or probably instead of copying pasting Lorem Ipsum, this is a good way to just try different data that is going to look a little bit more realistic. So here I have another example. I'm going to do the same as before. I'm going to go to data. I'm going to add a photo. I'm going to add this one from a city. There you go. It added a photo. That's the Unsplash gallery is such an amazing gallery. Let me zoom in here. I'm going to add the title. I'm going to go to type and headline. Probably this title is going to be too small, but let's try it. There you go. And then date. This is pretty cool. If I'm too lazy to add a date, I can do it right here. Boom, date. Oh yeah, sorry. There you go. And has different formats. So I'm going to do this one. And then author, if I'm too lazy to come up with a name too, I can just add a name. So male, female, or both. Just going to male. And you can do this with, you can select multiple text layers. Let me just copy this guy, Command C, just so you see what's going on. Command B, and I'm going to duplicate this guy multiple times. Da, 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 da. Okay, so imagine if you have a project with a lot of labels, a lot of text layers where you need to just put random text. So for example, these are names. I'm going to go to both. Instead of just male, I'm going to do both. And look at that. Just automatically adds names to your text layers. And it just like, it helps a lot. It saves you a lot of time. So cool. I'm going to finish this one too. I'm going to add another photo. I'm going to add beige. And then I'm going to add titles from headlines from cooking. I don't know why. There you go. Now I have this. And then I'm going to show you this one, another one that is called duplicate. Now with duplicate, your content that you just created, for example, this card, I can duplicate with this guy. I'm going to duplicate horizontally. I'm going to do a count of 3. And then I'm going to put, I don't know, 32 pixels as the gutter. You can duplicate the content, and then it's really smart. It automatically knows what type of images you were adding and what type of information you were adding here. So all these are male authors, and all of these are titles from astronomy. This guy got a little bit too long, so I'm just going to truncate it. There you go. Cool. So you can imagine I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to do vertical. I'm going to do, I don't know, let's do 4 and 0. Just as that. And there you go. Look at that. Just automatically, once you have a template, once you have one single cell, you can duplicate this and start adding. And you can even add more if you want to. Anyway, cool. So that's the you use in library. A plugin here, sorry, a menu on your list, and then you can toggle the panel on and off. Once you have the toggle, your panel toggle on, you will find all the tools here. So hopefully I was able to answer that, Amofeng Chang. Okay, cool. So let's move on. So again, Craft plugin, this deserves its own video because it's such a big plugin and it's so cool. But let's move on. So icon font. So if you are like me, sometimes you will be like trying to find the, I don't know, a specific icon from Awesome Font or from Material Design Icons, and you will go to the cheat sheets and then copy the icon and then paste it in on Sketch, and it's kind of a nightmare. It's just like, it takes a lot of time. So this plugin called Icon Font actually makes all of that inside Sketch, which is great. Once you have it installed, then you can just go to Icon Font, for example, and then you can insert from different libraries. You can insert your own, your own icon font, whatever you want, but they also comes with a bundle of material, simple line icons, ionicons, and also Font Awesome. So let's say that this guy over here, this is an icon from, I think it's from Material Design, and I install it with this. I put it there with it. So let's do the same, but with Font Awesome. So Font Awesome, then it opens this window, and I'm going to search for Home. Home, enter, and then it gives me that, and now it inserted it here. So let me zoom in so you can see what's going on. There you go. So now I have this one. Let's insert another one, but this one is from, I don't know, from Ion Icons. So from Ion Icons and Home too. And I have, these are only from this library. I'm going to select this, and now I have another home. And now if I want to, I can resize this, just like whatever. This is a font. This is the cool thing about this. This is a freaking font. And I did all this without having to go through the cheat sheets of opening Font Awesome or opening Ionicons or Material Design and go through all their documentation. It's all here, guys. And so it's pretty cool. Let's do another one. Let's do from Simple. Oops. Ooh, oh, what's going on? It crashed. Okay, no, it didn't crash. There you go. Sorry. So let's go to plugins, icon font, and let's do simple line icons. I'm going to do the same, home, and there you go. This is from Simple Icons. So cool, so easy, right? So yeah. So make sure to check out this one. This one will make your life way easier. So another one that I use a lot is Magic Mirror. And this one creates, it's just like what it says, magic. This one actually is magical. So for example, here I have my my mock-up, and I want to update a screen, a design from an artboard, and I want to put it in perspective. So you will probably before you will probably have to use Photoshop and do all these transforming and all that stuff. But here, Magic Mirror, it makes that image perspective really easy. So yeah, prepare to wow your clients with this. For example, I'm going to zoom out so you can see what's going on here. I have two artboards that are the size of iPhone 7. I have screen 1 and screen 2. So over here, I have this guy. This is a shape. This is an actual shape. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what's going on. This is an actual shape, the blue screen. So this is an actual just a transformed rectangle that is put in perspective. And once it's like that, then I can go to plugins and Magic Mirror and I enable, oops, sorry, enable disable Magic Mirror, and then you have this window, and then you can start selecting whatever the screen you want to add. So for example, I'm going to say screen 1, which is this one. I'm going to refresh. Oops, hold on. Screen 1. There you go. Screen 1. There you go. There you go. So now you can see how this screen is in perspective here. And you know what? I don't like that one. I want to change it to a different one. I could go to screen 2, and boom. There you go. So that is so cool, and it automatically creates a fill for you with the image. So you can change it anytime. It's still a shape. Over here on my layers list, this is still a shape. So if I were to press enter just to see the shape, this is still a shape, just so you guys know what's going on. Oops. So now you see the extremes of what can happen with this. Okay, cool. So make sure to check out Magic Mirror. It's pretty cool. I even bought the Pro version because the Pro version allows you to do 2x and high resolution. So I don't know how much it was. I don't remember, but it was just like, I said, like, yeah, I have to buy this. I don't care. So yeah, that's Magic Mirror. Another one that is pretty nifty. This is Rename It. Sometimes wish, and if you want to know, it's kind of hard. For example, if I select this guy, I just created well, this one is AM Flux, but it shouldn't be AM Flux. Oh, it automatically added the names that I used a clipboard fill to do this. But see how probably I wanted to name it I don't know, avatar. So I can select all of these guys. I can select all of these layers. I'm going to rename them to something. For example, rename it. Rename the selected layers, and let's call all of these avatar. And then if I wanted to have a number sequence, I could do that, but let's not do that. Just name avatar, and boom. Now all my layers here on my layers list, they're all called avatar now. Over here, probably this, instead of the actual text label, I wanted them to actually be just called name. So I'm going to go to plugins, content, rename it, rename the selected layers, and I'm going to call them name label. We can call it title, whatever. And I'm going to select all of these guys. Oh, by the way, this one too. This is a rectangle. I always do this. So all these rectangles, I want to rename them to background. So rename selected layers, background. There you go. Now the cool thing about this, so yeah, just to see, all the layers were called background now. So if I wanted to have a sequence of this, I wanted to create in the name a sequence, I can do that by just, for example, all these I want to call card 1 to 6. So I can go to plugins, rename selected layers, and then I'm going to call them card, and then percentage. It gives you instructions here, percentage, N. So capital N or not capital N, it will do a number from up or from down. So let's do like N, just like that. And now I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card plus the number, which is pretty cool. Imagine that. That has saved me so much time. Anyway, cool. So rename it. Make sure to check out this one. Another one, this one is called Prism. This one I have to accept, I don't use it a lot, but a lot of people rave about it, and so I'm going to show you what this one does. I don't use it a lot because I already use Zeplin, and also I used from Craft from Envision has the what I call it, Inspect plugin. So it created different document colors on my file. So I'm going to, for example, just to show you what's going on here on my document colors, I have all of these colors I already created. So if you have colors that you're reusing a lot in your document, you probably already have those document colors. And then you want to create a color palette in an artboard with probably hex codes and even a color name, and have a nice presentation of all those. So let's create that. Let's just go to plugins. It's so easy. And then, Prism, and then generate a color palette, and then automatically, let me zoom out. See, it created this for me. So let me just Command Z. So you see that that wasn't there before. I just made that, and boom, it's just like magic. Look at that. It just added all the colors in my document colors. It even gave it names. Just like, I think these are names that are coming from the web. I don't know from where, but you can rename it in whatever you want. So ball blue instead of ball blue, let's call it super blue. Whatever you want to call it, you can call them. And then it gives you hex code, it gives you RGB. It's really, really nifty if you want to have this kind of documentation. And not only that, but also you can even export your colors to hex codes and into text. So for example, let's go to Prism, export all the colors, and I'm going to export them. I can export through Android to iOS to Objective-C, or to hex code. Let's export to hex codes, and I'm going to copy to the clipboard just so you can see it here. Copy to clipboard. I'm going to just so we can see what's going on. I'm going to create just a text layer here so we can see what's going on. And then now it's on my clipboard, Command V, and boom, all my colors that I was using are there, even with the names. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, pretty useful, but I already use Zeplin, so I don't need it. Cool. So another one that a lot of people just rave about this plugin is called Runner. And Runner is... Oh yeah. Oh my God. SAS variables. Yeah, it does give you that. So if you actually want that, yeah, it will actually, it comes pretty handy for that. So yeah, Runner is another one that I don't use a lot, to be honest, either. But a lot of people rave about this one, and have installed, and I just forget to use it. Why would you? Let me show you what it does. So you can run something, any action. And for action, well, I usually just use keyboard shortcuts, or just create your own keyboard shortcuts if there's something that you really want to use. You can find objects, which is pretty useful. You can jump to any artboard. So for example, or you can insert any I don't know, any symbols or that you have created. So for example, let me open it. It has a keyboard shortcut where it says Command and I don't know, you call it this. Let me put it here. Plugins. and I never used it here. So runner, sorry, and then run. This is a keyboard shortcut, and then run, and it opens this window, and now you can run. I don't know, like for example, insert insert a plugin, whatever it is, or you can go to a different artboard from here, copy, and there you go. Now I have that artboard. But come on, if you you could have just like clicked here too. So that's why I haven't been able to like actually use it a lot. It's cool if you want to insert a symbol. I don't have any symbols here. I only have that. But if you wanted to search for a symbol, let me just open a big file where actually that will be really useful. So this is an actual file where it's pretty messy. So sorry. Whenever I open this, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be like, "Whoa, that's a lot." Okay, you see, I have a mess. So here, when you have a messy artboard, sorry, document like this, then probably yes, it is pretty useful where you want to just insert, I don't know, a calendar. Oh, sorry. Yeah, calendar, or let's say I don't know, prescription. These are other things that I have created already. So prescription, I have all of these. Instead of going to find them on the symbols page, I just have them here. So now I can just press and I can insert it anywhere. Let me zoom in so you can see. So it comes, it's pretty, actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. So yeah, use this one. It's called Runner. And then you can apply any, I haven't selected any styles, so, but if you have any styles, you can apply those too. But again, all of those things are already accessible in their tools. So if you're already used to doing that on the tools or with the keyboard shortcuts, probably you're not going to be using Runner a lot. Anyway, but it's just like, it's a cool way to just like do everything in one place. Okay, cool. Another one that is really good, but again, being honest, I don't use a lot, is Measure. This is one is if you love redlining your documents and just like to probably if you want to print a PDF or if your documentation, little. And then now that I have this toolbar, I can say, you know what, I want the height and width of this element. So just press it, and like magic, it added it for me. That is like, I have to say, this is really cool, right? This is really nifty. So let's say that I, come on, there you go. So for example, this guy, I want also the size of this element. It adds it for me. Oh, sorry, I pressed a different thing. So let's say that you wanted to have the distance between these two elements. Between these two elements, you just press the distance button, which is this one. And now it gives you the distance between those two elements, which is 5 pixels. So for example, this guy and my background, this layer in the background, I want to do the same. And now it gives me the distance here, the distance here, the distance everywhere. And if you don't need one of the elements, you can just delete it, which is pretty cool if you're redlining elements. So if you just want to have everything accessible right away, this is your plugin. All this stuff for whoever does a lot of redlining documentation, just like putting all these numbers. I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, oh my god, I spent days doing this, and now I can just do it with one click. So yeah, you can do all of this. It's pretty cool. It has other tools. I'll leave you to so you can try those. These are like the most basic things that you can do with Sketch. Flinto principle, even Marble, I didn't put it here. Marble, if you use it for prototyping tools, Marble has a great plugin too. So yeah, let me see if you have any questions here. Craft, Merry Christmas from San Francisco, from Brazil. That's so cool. From the South Bay, I have so. Okay, well that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. And I know it's kind of weird to do this kind of things on Christmas. But I don't know. I just wanted to share a little bit of love with you guys. Hopefully, this was useful to you. And I don't know. Just love. Hopefully, you're with your family and your friends and you're having a good time and you had a lot of hot chocolate and I don't know, you're probably right now cozy in your bed just like because it's really cold or whatever. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah. See you in the next one.